we are joined here today by Divine Rivals by, what's her name? Rebecca Ross. What a nice name. I love when names have alliteration and rhymes. My first time reading her. My first time reading Divine Rivals. I will say, first impressions, I am not keen that the rival's name is the name of one of my ex-boyfriends. One that I love when I don't think about him ever. So, yeah. So, anyways, we follow, what's her name? Iris. And we follow Roman and their rivals at this gazette. It's called the Haute Gazette. And we come to understand that there is a war raging, a war going on. And Iris's brother, older brother, joined the war for the gods. Apparently there were gods. I'm not too far. So this is like, you know, the point of a story where you're like trying to piece everything together before it comes together. So we understand that she kind of like left school to make some money because her brother is no longer in the picture. I mean, we don't know what happened to him. He's at war. And her mom was like working at a diner, but she got depressed and whatnot, so she's not working. So it's up to Iris to make the money. So she makes this deal with her brother that she's not gonna quit school, but she has to quit school. And at least now she's doing what she loves, which is working as a journalist. But then she has her rival who's always snatching the best columns and whatnot. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the story. I'm really enjoying it so far. I love the writing style. It's very lyrical. It's very smooth. So I will update my thoughts as I go along. I do believe this will be a spoiler vlog. I will see if I can try to keep it spoiler free and then make a spoiler section towards the end. So I actually want to read the first book and the second book. Both of my audiobook loans are in for both of these books. I placed these loans last year. We are the 9th month of the year. I think I waited a year for these loans. So I need to read this or else all that time wasted for nothing. And I really have been wanting to read this duology, and I know a lot of people love it, and I love academia, I love academic rivals, I love everything that has to do with like mythology and gods and whatnot. So I'm just hoping that I'm gonna love this entire story all the way through, and I hope that the relationship is going to be founded on something. Obviously, since they're rivals, they're eventually going to be lovers. It seems to me the story is also very heavy on letter writing, which I love. The main character is writing letters to her brother, but it seems like those letters are not being sent since he's at the front line. So yeah, I just am excited to keep on going and see where it takes us. And sorry for my cat. He's meowing and wanting my attention because every time I'm filming he does that. So Okay, I'm back with an update of Divine Rivals. This is so good. Like, the writing style is so beautiful and lyrical. And then it uses letter writing between the two main characters. So basically between Roman and Iris. And Iris doesn't know that Roman is the one writing the letters, but he figured out that it was her from the beginning. So like, he's kind of like writing and like exposing himself to her without like exposing his identity, so that they like get closer, and like he just feels very connected to her. And in some ways she feels connected to the person she's writing, but she's also feeling connected to the real Roman, but she knows that she can't because she sees like, she thinks that like he pities her and like looks down on her because she's poor, and basically they were competing for the same position. And yeah, so she's very conflicted about him because he's about to get married, arranged marriage, and like she's just 19 or 18 and he's 19. So yeah, she's 18, he's 19. They're like very young in hindsight. Such a beautiful relationship that's like unfolding, but it's like one-sided, but it's not. And yeah, I hope that they like reunite. I love the aspect of letter writing, and it just feels very intimate because they not only talk about like their trauma and things that are happening in their lives, but also like about like the war at hand and the storytelling as well as the history of the war. There's a lot of censorship and propaganda happening. The god from below basically is trying to trap in marriage the goddess from above, and that's how like the war ensues from that. It's really fascinating to parallel that with Roman and what's her name, Iris's relationship, because you know it's like a mutual type of relationship, and meanwhile Roman is being forced to marry someone. A lot of people that are corrupted, it seems like they're taking Dakar's point of view, and those who are, you know, led for good and bravery are taking Enva's point of view. So we'll see everything that will unfold. I think I'm just gonna make this video as a spoiler because it's just much easier to talk about this. We see how Iris like changes her entire trajectory because she loses her mother suddenly, so she resigns at the Gazette, and when Roman gets that competition spot, but now he doesn't want it in that way, and it's what his father wanted for him on top of that, because he wanted to go to school and study literature. And yeah, like, still don't know what's going on with Iris's brother, and I hope now that she's working for the Ink Tribune and like she's going at the front lines, kind of behind the scenes of the war and not just in her village, I hope that we see what's going on with her brother and on the war front. Yeah, I'm just really excited to continue, and I kind of don't want to finish it, but I need to because my audiobook loan, like I said. And then thankfully I have the second book on loan as well, so I'm going to just dive right in, maybe possibly tomorrow. But so far I'm really enjoying this. So last week I finished, I'm always dropping my book. Last week I finished Divine Rivals, and it was just so good. I underlined a few passages, but I have yet to tab them. Just the progression of the relationship was just so endearing, and also obviously there's a lot of heavy topics, especially of like war. I love when the main character doesn't really have much family, or her family's missing, and then she like actually develops a found family, and that's just like my favorite. Okay, and like also the enemies to lovers, which like they're not enemies, they were just like rivals, and just the reveal of how they've been, you know, talking to each other, and then they go to the front lines together, and then he protects her, and then he has to reveal to her who he is. It was too much for my little heart and my little brain. I just ate this book up. And then I shortly started reading on my phone Ruthless Vows, and I think I'm about, yeah, I'm 5 chapters in. And yeah, so again, like I said, this is a spoiler vlog, so they are separated, and we're about to see how they get back to each other, because like I said, there's this war going on, and it seems to me that Dakar has like this great power over people where he can like subjugate them to become like part of his army when men are like vulnerable or like about to die. So He's first done it to her brother that we discovered, and now he's doing it to our very, very dear and beloved Roman. So I'm just so scared. I hope this is gonna end well. Yeah, I'm shaking in my boots. I haven't read this since I had read the first book and some of the second book because I was going out. So now we are like a few days later and I'm ready to like get back into it. And yeah, I'm just so excited and I'm so scared at the same time. Oh, Silas. He just, okay. Hi, baby. Okay, so I'm like halfway through. I am like so scared, okay, for the main characters. Like, the story just keeps on getting better and better, and the mythology as well. Apparently all these gods are actually sleeping, like, and the reason why they're not dead but they're asleep is because if you kill them, there's not going to be any magic for like the mortals. And I think that whoever kills a god becomes more powerful. So that's where we're at right now. My cat's distracting me. Roman is remembering Iris and they had like a brief encounter, and obviously this magical typewriter, the Alouette typewriters, are really coming in handy. Okay, like it's just, oh my god. I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared. I don't want anything to happen to all my favorite characters. Excuse me. Get comfortable, I guess. Honestly, they are the cutest. Like, love exists. Love exists, guys. It's real. It's real, but it's also fictional. If that makes any sense. Like, do people in real life act like this? Because if so, can I find someone like this? Because I am like this, but I don't know if other people are like this. Okay, wait, where was it? I need to read this passage to you. It was so good. Let's find it. Ow, 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 ow. Silas. This one. Okay, it says, "You remember how you said that word to me in the infirmary, post trenches? You believed I had come to the bluff to outshine you, and I would speak this word back to you now, but only because I would love to see you burn with splendor. I would love to see your words catch fire with mine." My god. Not only is this like a love story in like letters with two people that are like fantastic writers, it's just so deeply moving and so deeply romantic in the midst of like hellscape and war and all the bad stuff. Anyways, at least my cats love me and I love my cats so much, right? Is that right? Okay, so I'm gonna continue, and this is the worst reading vlog I've ever filmed because it's just me coming in once in a while and gushing about this book and spoiling this book. But I promise to film better reading vlogs. I just wanted to share the love of this duology. And I feel like everyone has already read these two books and I'm just late to the game, but yeah. Okay, sit down. Okay, I need to say something, and let's see if my impressions are true or if they're gonna come true. So Roman is under Dacre right now, under his power, but now it's lessened because he remember Iris, and obviously Roman and Iris are married and they're in love and etc. And they've been writing to each other and they found each other through letter writing again. But if his father is working with Dacre and his father is loyal, like Roman's father is loyal to Dacre, wouldn't it be that Dacre knows that Iris is like his love interest? Now he's sending Roman to go fetch Iris so that she can write for Dacre as well. So he's trying to convert like Enva's followers into his followers. But like, wouldn't he know? I think this is all a setup. It has been a setup from the start. He knows who Iris is from the start, I think. And I think it's about to unravel. And I'm afraid for my two lovebirds.